Hello everyone, I am Nadeem Khan. Welcome to Uncommon Literature. Today we are going to continue with the Rime of the Ancient Mariner by S.T. Coleridge. We are going to do part 2 in this video. If you have not seen the part 1, I have added the links of the poem of all parts in the description. So you can just go there and look at the other parts. So the second part starts, the sun now rose upon the right. Out of the sea came he, still hid in mist, and on the left went down into the sea. So again this stanza is referred to the sun, and again sun is personified, okay, and referred to as he. So the sun rose upon the right. So now sun is coming towards the right, okay. Earlier it was coming towards the left, okay. So it means they are moving towards the north now. Out of the same sea came he, still hid in mist, and on the left went down into the sea. So it is coming again out of the sea. It is similar stanza. If you have seen the first part, so you would understand, okay. And the good south wind still blew behind, but no sweet bird did follow, okay. So the albatross has been shot, so that is why there is no sweet bird which is following now, and there is good south wind which was still blowing. Nor any day for food or play came to the mariner's hollow. So there was no bird which could come, and I had done a hellish thing, and it would work them woe. So now this stanza is spoken by the sailors, okay, other sailors with the mariner. So they are saying that he did a very hellish thing, very evil thing by killing the albatross, and it would bring them some misfortune. For all avowed means they declared, I had killed the bird that made the breeze to blow. So he killed the bird which brought the good breeze, okay. Ah wretch, said they, the bird to slay that made the breeze to blow. So they are calling him with many names, okay, and they are asking him that why did he kill that bird and all. Next stanza, nor dim nor red, like God's own head, the glorious sun upraised. So now the sun is again glorious, and it is looking like God's head. It is nor dim nor red, nor very dim nor very hot. Then all over, then everybody declared, I had killed the bird that brought the fog and mist. It was right, said they, such birds to slay that bring the fog and mist. So now there is a turn in the opinion of the sailors. They are saying that by killing the albatross, the mariner did right, because the albatross brought fog and mist, okay. So you have to understand that in the first part they reached to the south pole, but now they are going back to the north towards the north, and now they are near the equator. So that is why the sun is again hot. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. So you can see that now the breeze is also good, the white foam flew. So the whatever white foam or the ice was there, it flew away on the water. The furrow followed free. So furrow here is used for the way which they are creating on the sea, and it is also leaving its marks like from the behind. So when the ship is moving on the water, there are trails of it, okay. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea. So he is saying that we were the first ones who went there into that silent sea, okay. Down dropped the breeze, the sails dropped down. So afterwards you can see that here the breeze also stopped, and the sails also dropped down, because there was no breeze, no wind. It was sad as sad could be. So it was very sad, okay, because of the breeze only they are moving ahead, na? This is a sailor ship. So if there is no wind, there is no movement of the ship, and it was very sad. And we did speak only to break the silence of the sea, and it was complete silence. And whenever they spoke, so they were breaking the silence of the sea, okay. all in a hot and copper sky. So copper sky, you can imagine, so it was very hot and copper sky, it was seeming like the sky is made of copper. The bloody sun here is used for that the sun was very hot, red like blood. At noon, right up above the mast did stand no bigger than the moon. So it was right at, again at the again overhead of these mariners, and again at noon it is very hot, and it was the size of moon only here. Day after day we stuck, nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted shape upon a painted ocean. Very important stanza. So he is saying that day after day it used to happen that there was no wind, there was no movement, and we used to be completely still on the still sea, because if the sea is very calm, there is no wave, there is no wind, the ship can also not go ahead. Okay, so it was looking like a painting, that the sea is also a painting and the ship is also a painting. Water everywhere, the most important stanza of the poem. Water everywhere, and all the boats did shrink. So he is saying that let me read the 4 lines. Water everywhere, and all the boats did shrink. Water everywhere, nor any drink, nor any drop to drink. So basically it means that you can understand they are in the sea, everywhere they are surrounded by the water, but they cannot drink that water, and that is why these boats, all the boats means the people who are on the ship, they are shrinking. So by repeating this line, water everywhere, and it is being repeated in the 3rd line also, you can understand that how much he is emphasizing on this fact that there was water, but still understand our agony that we would not be able to drink it. Okay, the very deep did rot. Okay, so O Christ, that ever this should be. So understand here that the sea is still, there is no movement, the water is stagnant. So the slimy creatures has been coming out of it. So there were many creatures, they were crawling. So you can understand, yes, slimy things did crawl with legs upon the slimy sea. So the water is stagnant, so many insects, many slimy creatures have born there and they have grown there. So they are moving and with their slimy legs. So this incidence has been told to us. About in reel and rout. Reel and rout means that sort of dance forms. The death fires danced at night. So understand this. Let's read the whole stanza. The water like a witch's oils burnt green and blue and white. So understand here. So in the night, the water shines with different colors like green, blue and white because of some chemical reaction, you can call it, because of some creatures, you can call it, or because of some reflection. Okay, mariner is calling it the death fire. So it was looking as if the death fire, and how the colors have been told to us like witches. When there is a witch and it is burning some oils, so there are different kind of colors coming out of it. Okay, so that imagery has been told to us. And some in dreams assured were, so in this stanza the other sailors saw a dream. Okay, and what they saw, let us see. And some in dreams assured were of the spirit that plagued us so. So they saw a spirit. Okay, there was some spirit, evilish spirit, that was following them. Okay, 9 fathom deep he had followed us from the land of mist and snow. Okay, so again the number 9 is there. So 1 fathom is used to measure depth of the water. So 1 fathom is 6 meters. Okay, so I think 9 fathom goes to 54 meters. Okay, so 54 meters deep he has followed them, and from the land of mist and snow. And every tongue through utter drought was withered at the noon. Okay, so before moving ahead, let me tell you that they are of the opinion that whatever thing is happening with them, it is happening because the mariner shot the albatross. The bird was innocent. Okay, so they are calling it that the misfortune has befallen on us. Okay, and every tongue through utter drought was withered at the root. We could not speak no more than if we had been choked with soup. So he is saying there was no water for us to drink. There was nothing they could get their mouths wet with. Okay, so their tongues become really dried, their tongues dried up completely, and they were not able to speak, withered at the root. So why root word is used here? Because like a plant, or the plant's root without water completely become diminished. Okay, so similarly their tongues are also being compared to the root of a plant. So we could not speak no more than if we had been choked with soot. So soot is referred to here, the solidified smoke. When the smoke solidified, so it becomes soot. So he is saying that we could not speak, as if in our mouth we had the solidified soot. Okay, so this is the thing. Ah, well a day, what evil looks had I from old and young. Instead of the cross, the albatross about my neck was hung. Okay, so he is saying that this is a day which I never had imagined. Okay, from my young age to the old age. Okay, instead of the cross, so he was wearing a cross in his neck, the mariner, and the other sailors removed it, and instead of the cross they hung the albatross around his neck. Okay, so in order to tell him, to make him realize about the sin which he did, and also to remind him the misfortune they are following is just because of his evilish deed. Okay, so with this we have completed the second part of the poem as well. If you want to see the other parts, find the links in the description. Thank you so much.